first corner. Driver number 1 looking to the inside of 2. Second place, sets himself up for a pass going into this carousel. Is he going to be able to get his nose in there? No.
Some heroes walk on 4 legs. I'm Jason Johnson, founder of Project K9 Hero. Not every retired police canine or military working dog has a home to go to in retirement. We strive to ensure no hero is left behind. We cover the medical needs of our program members after their faithful service. Our organization also provides a lifetime sanctuary for many of these heroes who may suffer from PTSD. And whenever possible, we find them a forever home. Visit ProjectK9Hero.org to learn how you can help protect those who protected us.
Welcome to WorldWide Technology Raceway. Today, it is a league new league that I picked up. It is the Iracing Sunday Night Fever league. There's a lot of drivers in this league too, and I mean a lot. Pretty much a full NASCAR field. They actually replicate. They try to replicate it as good as they can. But 5 sets of tires. It's 200 laps overall. Didn't put that in the race description, but it's gonna be one long race. That's for sure. You see, they're sponsored by Sim Racer Hub. Currently, it looks like who's sitting up top the board right now is Joshua Grosso. I see it up there, not that one, other one on the left side there. You will see just for the qualifying right now. Then once that qualifying goes away, it's going to freeze a little bit because it's got so many people on it. So we will refresh that. It's got a lot of drivers that it's having to sort through. So it's moving people up, down, everywhere where it has the chance to. But we will pull in. We will be telling me a little bit the league here. We will also interview the pole sitter whenever they get done with that. It's a 5-minute qualifying, so once they're done with that, they're gonna go straight to the grid. Give them some grid time, then I'll run down the starting grid for y'all. Let me pull in the person I need. However, if I can find their name, I'm new to this this league at least. I've done broadcasting before. Need to find the person. He might be up in a different one. Hold on. No, he's not. Actually, we will bring in. I need to talk to Isaac. Actually, we'll wait to. I want to see if I can find him in here. Where in the world is this one person I need to talk to? Guarantee I'm probably looking right over them. And I think I am too. I do want to talk about a little bit of the playoffs because we'll just wait until we can get to the actual session. So playoffs right now for them looks like they have 17 people or 18 people in it. No, sorry, 17. Leading is Charles Robertson, Jalen Battle, Angel Hernandez. That's the top 4. James Boyle, Steven Sire, Jackson Carr, Danny Solo is 8th. Joseph Gajalva 9th. Daniel Homer 10th. Brian Chu 11th. Joey Maines 12th. Kiko Garcia. Not sure how to say that name. Chris Van Maastricht, probably butchered that, 14th. Isaac Wilson 15th. Michelle Hagstrom 16th. Jeff Wimmer 17th. And Jonas Gunaracian. This is a different names here, it's for sure. I do like seeing that though. But they are about done with their qualifying, and Joseph actually hops to the top of the board there. He's the guy who got me to do this league, so that is oddly surprising there. But we'll go down the starting grid here. So that's qualifying results here. As nope, looks like Joseph just got, literally as the session ended, he got beaten out. Wow, that was insane. So Jalen Battle first, Joseph Grijalva second, Joshua Grosso third, Justin Barkley fourth, Robertson fifth, Chase Harden sixth, seventh is Hernandez eighth. Oh my gosh. Malaguna 9th, Colt Curry 10th, Tristan Rivers 11th, Isaac Wilson 12th, Joey Maines 13th, Ricardo Machado 14th, Chris Delgado 15th, James Boyle 16th, Hagstorm, I'm just going to go through their last names so I don't say their full name, 17th, Chu 18th, Homer 19th, Lazillo 20th, Garcia 21st, Solo 22nd, Breton 23rd, Wimmer 24th, Sire 25th, Ferris 26th, Kovic 26 or 27th, Hagman 28th, Thorne 29th, Monick 30th, Bauer 31st, Grout 32nd. Oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this name. I'm just gonna say Ed for that one. 33rd, Stanley 14th, Iskandar 35th, Chris V 36th, Paul Wilson. I'll need to go down to the bottom here so y'all can actually see who I'm talking about. I just realized that about halfway me doing this here. So 36th, Paul Wilson, 37th, Shane Griffin, and 38th is Casey Tomlinson. Again, that was my bad. I completely forgot to go actually down the starting grid, so y'all were probably confused on who I was saying, and I would not blame you one bit for that either. But we will actually go hide that now, and we will go to the starting grid. We'll also pull up my trading paints just so I can give all these guys a paint refresh. This is definitely going to be a test on have I overclocked my CPU enough to where it can actually handle this. If I didn't, well, sucks, but it means I need to push out more of it. See if Jalen Battle's in here. I'm looking for him. The 24 Jalen Battle. There he is. So we'll actually bring him in. Hey, Jalen, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, catching up.
Man, so you edge out Joseph there literally as the session ends for the poll. You know, how do you feel about your chances up here now that you're not having to be back in the pack?
Well, it's always good turn up front, but not too much practice on this track and with this car. So just gonna try to just kind of baby it off the first little bit of this race, first stage. Try to get a lap light here and get some stage points with the playoffs and everything here. So feeling good about my chances. Happy I don't have to be back in the field, especially with all the things going on this session. So hopefully we can stay out here and stay up front.
You know, so what do you think is going to be, you know, keys to this race here? Is it pretty much just survive, save tires? Like, what do you think you guys are going to have to do here to have a shot to win the race?
Well, it's hard to say really, but I think it's gonna be a battle of attrition. I think we're gonna have yellow, some spins and some tempers. It's kind of like a short track with how these turns are, kind of like New Hampshire a little bit. But I think the best thing is just gonna be staying out of trouble and keeping your car clean. That's probably gonna be the key to staying up front.
Man, well, I'll let you go. Good luck tonight, man. Just try to survive out there. Don't die.
Hell yeah, that's a go, man. 10-4. All right, thank you.
That was Jalen Battle, the pole sitter. I think everybody has gridded now, so yes, they have. So you will see all of these paints go completely white, unless they have unloaded paint in here. I will hit the Control R. We're going to refresh every single one, because if they change their paint scheme after I join the session, I can't see it unless I manually refresh trading paints. So that's why I'm doing this here for them. Again, these drivers are based off into like real life teams. So the 51 is Raceway Racing. I don't know how they're still in the sport. 38 is, oh my gosh, I butchered that one. What is that one? 38 is not Stuart Haas. Gosh, I know the name, but I can't think of it. Front Row Motorsports. That's what it was. I couldn't think of the name. You see that Stuart Haas. You got Legacy Motorsports. That would be the 77. You Spire Motors. No, yeah, that'd be Spire Motorsports this year. Last year, I think that actually used to be the Colleague. No, that might have been the Colleague card last year. This track here, I'm definitely going to look for these long turns. The turns are completely different. on each end. They're not the same at all. 1 and 2, you got to run, you know, pretty much this little darkened groove that's there. If you miss it, you're going to have a rough time, that's for sure. A very, very rough time. You will not enjoy that one bit. Trust me, it's going to suck. The lights are still on pace car here, as I think somebody just went off track. Did we have a incident back here? What in the world is going on here? Somebody checked up. So that happens with the 21. Let me find them. I'm looking right over the number. I know I am. Not the 12. I know it's not the 12. So it's near the 11. There it is. Eugene Thorne. What happens here? Does that just make a big stack up? Yeah, so everybody starts to react. The 31. Oh no, that's just okay. That's just stacking up. Oh, the 34 got plowed, actually. Good lord, he got slammed. That's why he was in the grass. But yeah, so that does count as green flag laps, but they're not actually laps that, you know, they were under green. So pace car is pulling off here now. Jalen Battle, Joseph Grijalva will lead them to green. Starter has the flag in hand. As green flag is in the air, we are underway here. Driver's already trying to capitalize on those opportunities that they have. You see Joseph in that top line, so he's going to have to run. You really want to run between those two lines there. He's going to get a good bite off the corner. He's going to fight Jalen for the position. Back here, we got him fanning out everywhere. I think we got 3 wide around the 9, 15, and the 22. Those guys were somewhat fighting for it back here, though. It seems like most of them have decided to calm down a little bit, and I can already see that this is tearing. There are so many cars, but you all luckily can't see that because I'm forcing it to run at 60 FPS. No matter what it likes, doesn't matter. But I think we got 3 wide back here around the 54. I thought we did for half a second. You see the one back there with the damage. I think his spoiler is already jacked up a little bit. I think it's pushed. Yeah, you can see it's pushed up in the middle from that hit that he had before we even took the green flag. That Live Fast Motorsports here, driven by Shane Griffin. How did the 43 get all the way back here? He must have had a late start. We did see some smoke, probably trying to get on the gas. A little bit too aggressive there. Also, in real life, the actual race has still not even gone on because they had lightning strikes on the track. So, good job, NASCAR, for trying to get the race in. Mother Nature apparently has not liked them for a long time. You see the 23 fighting the 6. The thing about the top line is if you can really, really roll the top, you can get going, but I don't think you're really able to do that. We see the 41 pound the wall coming off exit. Ricardo just slammed it. I think that's knocked his toe in. Don't believe it has quite just yet. I want to see what it does when it goes down the straight. I don't believe it has. I think he's fine. Would have knocked his toe in. That meant his steering wheel would have probably been pulling to the left just a little bit because it wanted to turn, and he did not want it to turn, but Joseph's having to deal with Robertson right now. Robertson is coming for him, too. fight him down at the turn 1 and 2 here. He's not going to really give up the position. Joseph's going to really stick it on that outside line with the power down. Exit of 2 as they get a little bit later into the run. I do expect tires to start to wear out. You can't get as aggressive as you want to on the throttle there. It just does not work the same. The car just doesn't have the same amount of grip as it did before. So that 77 has a very nice paint scheme. Elgato. Oh, there we go. I'll leave that there. Can we see 51 car, please? Yes, it's probably Joseph's fan club, if I had to guess. Putting that information thing on the bottom as that's a request from the broadcast. I don't normally run that. I think it's a little bit too much on the screen, but they want that ran, so I'll run that. As I think somebody just got the grass. Yep, that was 41 again. He's having issues early on. He got the grass. He's gotten the wall. He's gotten the grass. He's hit everything but the pace car. I want you to go out there and I want you to hit the pace car. Why? Because I've hit everything else out there. He is not having fun. That is for sure. The SHR means a team. I believe there is something not see that right there. I was going to say I'm not getting driver information loading. It does not make sense to me. It should be loading for me, but it's not giving me any information on that. I have to see why that it's giving me now. It is giving me the names. Don't get me wrong, but it should be giving me more, unless I'm having some sort of issue. But I don't believe I am, because I mean, it's showing what I want it to. Let me actually... That is odd. It should be showing me more information. Don't know why it isn't. That's what you're going to see a lot of right there. What we just saw from the 54, or sorry, the 23 actually. I got that confused with Bubba Wallace. As a real race, and the race in real life is actually back on underway, 12 laps in. Surprising that they actually got back to green. So I mean, this is wow. They're almost actually the exact same place. I just realized that lap wise. At 20, I think he's going to start to fall back. Joseph's taking that really, really wide line. That's going to help him get on entry. It's going to make him really plow, but it's going to make him tight. He's not going to be loose in the body because he's not having to put so much wheel into it. If you have to put a lot of wheel into it, it's not going to be it's not going to be too fun of a time. You're going to learn the hard way that it's not enjoyable. As we have a caution out, the 84 and the 41, he has not had a good run early on. Colt Curry, and that was... that was a 41 of Ricardo again. Oh, I think he might have gotten bumped here. See if he did. I think he got a little bit of a tap from the bottom that sent him up into him. No, he just plowed tight. I think right there he got loose. That might be retaliation. I think he got loose, though. Let's just see. Yeah, that's not... Okay, yeah. That's just on accident because he kept his foot in it. Evidently, he shouldn't have because watch what happens here. It just snaps on him. Right there, keeps his foot in it, keeps his foot in it, keeps his foot in it, keeps his foot in it. It steps out right there. So it looks like he took out the 84, but he actually didn't. He didn't wreck him. Don't be saying, no, he wrecked him on purpose because he did not mean to do that. From my point of view, at least. Hopefully he didn't. That does bring out the first actual caution. We had the first caution of the race, though. Not even before we got the green flag, because they were hitting each other under pace laps on accident. But we do have some takers: Chase Harden, Joey Maines, William Breton, Matt Monak are all down pit road. This is optional damage if I had to. Yeah, that's definitely optional damage, buddy. That is, that does not look good. That is pretty bad. Grout, Hagman. We have a lot more takers. This is more towards the back. Most of them seem to be fuel only. Some of them, not all of them, but I think we have a kind of an even split of them. See, this is a 38 car field, so there is a lot of people. No out of cars at all. Yeah, I think guys are coming back. Yeah, this was that one, definitely optional. Chase, I didn't see optional. 34, he was involved in that. The 84 was involved in that. I do think that now we're starting to see so this is going to be top off on fuel. One thing, too, with these next gens, you can get a lot of downforce. Or really, towards the end of the run, the car will want to start to bounce. And that's because the fuel starts to wear off in the car, and it just doesn't act the same like it needs to. There's no weight there to keep the rear tires in the ground, and they actually really want to get loose. So that could help these guys on the longer run if they're a little bit loose and just get more weight into it. More weight, again, which you would think is bad on race cars, but it's actually good when you can't really get the power down at all. They start to kind of float on top of the track after a certain time, and it's just not fun to deal with. I've driven many cars that are very, very loose, and I promise you all, it is not the best thing to deal with. Oh Lord, it is not good. I did not see that. There was actually penalties last week. Okay. One person was disqualified after the race. Black flag for Isaac Wilson, we talked to earlier. That is, unless I'm thinking about the wrong person, I believe that was assessed. Yeah, I believe it was, because I think it was. Yep, it was, because he's all the way back here. That's why he's back there. Or no, we didn't actually interview him. We interviewed the pole sitter, sorry. Wrong person. You interviewed Jalen, but lights have gone off on the pace car here, so they will get the green flag this time by. Somebody is about brake checking each other back. I can hear cars scraping metal. If you're a driver, you don't want to hear that sound necessarily. It's not too pleasing to the ear. His car pulls in. Joseph Kajava will lead them to green. Robertson on his outside. Starter has the flag in hand. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Joseph does lose the lead to Robertson. I'm saying Robertson, it's Robertson. There's no T in his name. I don't think Joseph's being really aggressive. I mean, again, it's 17 laps into the race, and there's really no need to be fighting super hard. I do think running the outside is going to be better for him. I don't want to be the car on the bottom. As we had Tristan Rivers jump to the pits, I just saw that. 311 car. He must have blown up. Where is he at? I'm not sure what happened there. That's a little bit confusing, but he is going to be multiple laps down because of that. I guess he may have pulled off track and then towed the pit road because he couldn't. Nobody could see him, and they don't want to be absolutely ran over by him. Not a fun time. See that lane right there? Maybe a little bit lower. Yeah. So where Joseph's running, you almost want to run right between those two lines. It's a weird line to run, and you wouldn't think it would work, but it does. Tristan has just crashed again. What is going on here? I think he's having those blinking issues, so that's why he's pulling down to the bottom of the track so he can get out people's way. Making sure the 24, I think he might have gotten a little bit looser. He shot down the track. Battle, trying to come back to the lead. He didn't pit, he just fell back a lot of positions. That car wanted to step out. That was about to snap on him. That was not going to be good. He's able to keep it up under him, though. The 14 of Rich going up under him. I need to get these guys' names written down, how to pronounce them, because I am absolutely god-awful with them. Going to put the power down. He can pinch the 14 down, but he decides not to lay it on his door. If I was him, I probably would have maybe laid on his door a little bit. Not too much, though. There's never the point, fighting somebody this hard early on. But what that can do at short tracks especially is they pound the wall. You have to have so much wheel in them that you literally have basically... There's two similar paint schemes. I was correct. You literally have so much wheel into it that you can't put the power down because you're trying to turn, but the wheels just don't have that lateral grip at all on them. Joseph, he does go to the lead. I think he used the boot there to get by him. I don't think he played nice because that 20 went high. Unless he let him go, he was giving him a little bit of an elbow. Yeah, that 24, he's definitely making his way back up here, though. Taking a little bit of time. Oh, not 24. Yes, that 24 is making his way back up here. It's all the 48. Not used to actually having matching numbers sometimes because some races numbers are nowhere near each other at all. You believe the orange are playoff drivers? I think so. Something along those lines. As that's a pound to the wall. That is not what you want to see there, bud. Take down that wall with you, that is not a good time. I promise you that. It is knocks that toe in and you flat out just cannot turn at all. It's not going to be a good deal for you. See, I should be getting information for their that doesn't make any sense. I should be getting information for that, but I'm oddly not getting any. As the 31, is he blown up? I think he has. As though loops it right off the corner. Oh, and he noses it into the wall. The 31, I think he just blew up. Who was that blowing up on the bottom? Was it Jake Grout? Yeah, it was a 13. I knew I saw a 3. How did he blow up? He blew up way, way back. I mean, way back there, too. That's caution is out. I don't know where he blew up at. I mean, he blew up far back there. That was, okay. I don't know how or what happened to him. Because that was interesting. That was very, very interesting. I wouldn't have... I'm a little bit confused by that, too. He just... blew up. It had to be something else. I would not expect to see somebody just boom, just explode like that out of nowhere. That just does not seem normal to me at all. As, hold on, let me see something here. I think I know what is going on. But yeah, we do have some guys come down pit road. So we have some takers that came down here. I want to see if I do this option here. So let me test this option. I think I know what's happening. But I should be getting completely different things on this. Let me see. There it is. Okay, that was not normal. Oh, I know why. Okay, yep, I'm not too bright. Yes, it should be. Okay, so it was that. The reason... I know the reason now it wasn't showing that up. I'm going to get that fixed for y'all. I knew I should have been seeing something completely different on my screen, and it should not have been looking like that at all. So I will do this. I actually know how to fix this. So that does not give me what I needed it to. Let me go to here. I'm going to copy something from this. Give me a second, y'all. Nope. Let's go live. Yeah, we're going to stay with this right now because it should be showing something completely different. There it is. Okay, I found it now. This is what it was. I knew it was some issue. So we're going to do this. I know what it was now. I did not import that in. I thought I did. So I'm going to put that in here. And that's completely my fault. It should fix it next time by. I believe it should. But I think that was the issue that we were having because I was so confused on why it was showing that. Yep, there it is. Okay, that is odd. It was not doing that before when I needed it to. Again, that is completely my fault. Forgot to load those in. So we've got that fixed now. But lights are off on pace car. I was wondering why that was not correct. Joseph's number is the only one that's not matching up. I wonder if that's an issue. That may be an issue there. The lights are off. Pace car does pull in as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Oh, we got a caution immediately. I think somebody spun on the start. As where is it at? Somebody had an issue getting going. As I'm not sure what happened here. he try to jump it, possibly? I don't know what is going on at this moment. See, was he supposed to be there? I don't know what happened there. That's confusing to me. I don't know what that was about. Now it matches up. Okay, it was saying he was another driver. That's why. Sorry about that. My bad. I was wondering why it said that it was somebody else. Joseph's number does match up with his car now. So, again, completely my fault. I just forgot to load in that overlay. Not overlay, driver overrides. I just did not think about it one bit. Would get Joseph, but we kind of did spend some time trying to figure out what happened there. We'll see. Let's see if I can bring him in here. Raceway Racing 51. Let's bring him in here. Hey Joseph, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
I got to.
Man, so you're leading right now. You know, how does the car feel up there? Because it seems like you're pretty calm up front right now at the moment.
Yeah, it feels great. I just don't know about the pit stops. I'm not the best at strategy. Maybe we should have gone in, but we're going to ride it out. I just don't want to get to the back. I know I can win this. It's on rails today.
And, yeah, so what do you think the key to the track here is going to be? Is it pretty much just saving tires, or is there a certain way that this track has to be ran in your mind?
Yeah, there's almost just a single groove. I really excel at tracks like this, like Indy, where it's just one groove. You got to hit the mark every time, and definitely protect the right rear, because it'll start looping around after you exit. You can't really get the power down. So definitely protecting the car, protecting the right rear tire.
Man, well, I will let you go. Hopefully I see you in victory lane, though.
We'll be there.
Joseph Grijalva, just checking in on him. Got to drag him all the way down here now. See, there he is. Back in his room. Again, my fault earlier. Did not even think about checking the override because I thought that it poured itself over. But I was completely wrong. Completely wrong on that end. As Gatsby, I am not calling for you, but okay. I guess you can come sit next to me. Golden Retrievers are very needy dogs, that's for sure. We did not have any new takers, I believe, down pit road. So, no new tires. Probably not going to do much for anybody. Why? Because, well, I mean, right now it might do something for them. Luckily, I think we only got like 20 laps into the race before I noticed it wasn't loading, so we didn't really miss much of that. Lights do go off on the pace car. Joseph chooses the top here. I think this is the right call. The reason is because the top, you can really kind of maybe push somebody down without doing it on purpose. Just really straddle them on the door. Don't let them move anywhere. Keep that wheel cranked on exit, or keep their wheel cranked on exit, and then it should be good. For the guy on the outside, guy on the inside is going to probably be incredibly mad at the person on the outside. And I would not blame them either. At all. I would be extremely furious too. Pace car does pull in here. Joseph and Charles Robertson will lead them to green. As green flag is in the air, we are underway here again. dive down into this turn. See their actual pictures are displayed and the right thing is on them. So one thing you can't see is their team. The 20 is going to try to block the 7. Spire Motorsports car up there. Tell you what, even in real life, the Spire Motorsports car has done incredibly well. Corey LaJoy runs that. Today, he's running the Chase Elliott car. It seems like a lot of Hendrick Motorsports is actually really struggling very badly. Kyle Larson's like 29th right now. Corey LaJoy's 30th. So it's not just Corey that's having issues. A lot of people are. We have them fanning out, and they have been just fanned out pretty much the whole entire time back here. Oh, we got somebody around. That's a Live Fast car. The 78 goes around, pounds the inside wall. That was Shane Griffin. I think he got a tap on exit there, but he keeps it rolling. No caution comes out. And the 7 just put himself in the wall on exit. Tried to keep in the throttle. That probably bent the toe. Yeah, look at his wheel. See it right there? He's having to pull it to the right. It's knocked the toe. That would knock it in because it's wanting to pull. So he's having to pull that wheel out. It's not going so well for him yet. You can probably get most of that fixed. So it's a lot of that is surprisingly optional damage. The 48, I thought he just smacked the wall with James Boyles. They do run somewhere paint schemes as a real life. As we have the 11 around, he clips the 19, which would be his teammate. And the 9 is involved in it too. I don't think he has a lot of damage. 11 needs to hold his brakes. He's letting it roll. Man, you got to hold. He's still not holding the brake. Now he holds it. A lot of that probably could have been avoided. He didn't start holding his brakes till a lot later than he should have. George goes around. Is this a side draft gone wrong? And that's just a side draft gone wrong there. Gets spun around, goes to the Holland. The 19 punts the 5. 19 gets clipped in the right rear. The 11 is still rolling. The 9 probably thought he had a gap. And that 11's not holding his brake yet either. Oh, I think so he pushes the clutch in here. It may have blew up on him, question mark? Yeah, just bam. Boom, hits that wall. So he's got it locked down here, lets it roll. It's pounded from the rear end. He may have been letting it roll to the inside wall. The 3 somehow loops himself around. Just brake bias. Set to the rear is what that will do. We do have people coming down pit road. Joe gives up the lead. Homer comes down. Richard comes down. Chew. Mains. Iskandar. That is a very interesting last name there, my man. I will give you that. That is a very interesting last name. That has to be a Russian or Slavic name. There's no way it's not. That will put Charles Robertson to the front. He hasn't pitted either. We've had, I believe, 3 actual cautions so far. Might be 1 over. I think I am. Just 1 over, though. If I am, I am. Again, if you are new to Ghost Racing Network, if you don't mind throwing in a subscription. It's always free at 710 now. Thank you all for that. We were at 707 when it started. Austin will be streaming later. I may be streaming later also. Possibly. I don't know. Depends on... Let me text this person here. I just lied to him. Now to let him know at this certain time. If he has damage here. So, kind of iffy on damage. Really not too horrible right now. Wow, I just realized how much work she put into this. That is insane. He's done a lot of work for that, and I've never messed with overrides before. I knew they were somewhere on here, but I just let it kind of be what it wants to load in as. Gatsby, how do you have my socks? A golden retriever in socks. Who would have guessed? Out of all the things you can get, you bring me a pair of socks. Get up in my bed. Golden retriever is like a little child, I swear. Don't you go destroying those. Give me to them. Give me. Go. James Boyles. He's from Virginia. I'm also from Virginia. However, completely different area. I'm from Southwest Virginia. I've been up to Richmond once for a race there at one point. I think lights should go off here, though. Why don't you give me that look? Lights should, yeah, they did go off here, so they'll get the green flag next time by. They are, if I would see the other split here. I think I may give these a little bit more time on the screen. That's kind of going a little bit too fast, maybe, possibly. Y'all, do y'all think that bar at the top is going too fast for y'all? See what the driver is, because I just put an extra 2 seconds on it. So I had a feeling it was moving just maybe a little bit too quickly. He has pit assist on. I can hear it. Yep. I could hear it. It'll be interesting. Pace car off here. The 20 and the 48. Robertson and Boyles will lead them to green here. The 20, it's on him. So once he fires off, everyone else can go behind. I'm going to wait a long time as he now fires off, gets late in the Geico restart zone. Kind of messed with everybody behind him. They were thinking that he was going to go a lot earlier than what he actually did. So he just could not get down the corner very deep. Everybody just couldn't get down the corner like they wanted to, really. What I meant to say, the 91, that would have been Kimi Räikkönen last year. That is a Trackhouse Motorsports car. Joseph, fresh tires, and be ripping his way through here, though, as he might have a penalty. I believe he does. I believe he passed on the inside there. That stack up, I think, is what caused that. One thing that iRacing needs to fix is you get black flags for stuff like that. If you pass on the inside, even if they have a horrible restart, you have to let them go. And that messes with so many drivers. 277 has a massive run. He's going to not take it, surprisingly. I thought he would. That's a nice looking paint scheme also. We'll give him that. The 5 up here, and like real life, 5's actually up towards the front in this race. Multitasking between the two. Kyle Busch right now is leading currently. If y'all are curious about that. And you all, the 20 and the 48 are going to go at it, though, as the 24 just got loose on the bottom. I think the 20 could probably make the 48's life really hard here. He's just up on the outside. He's going to wash up a little bit. The 20's, however, is just going to break and give him the position. He's just like, I don't really see a point in fighting you right now, man. Just go ahead and take it. I'm good with this. Oh, you cut that close there, my man. He almost got his rear end swiped right off as they're 3 wide here around the 5, and the 5 comes down into the 10. Already nervous off the exit. I can't put any blame on him there. That's not a fun time. As yellow flag is out here, Brian Chu is around. Oh! I don't think that's retaliation, though. I think the 10 10 got in there deep. I think the 5 may have given him a shot in there, though. No, the 10 just sailed it on in there, and he... Okay, yeah, the 10 just blew that corner. He came down right back into the 54. 54 was an innocent bystander in this. See if he's just coming down the track. I want you to listen to how deep he gets down pit road, though. I mean, he literally just... Or not pit road, down turn 3. I mean, he just sends it. I mean, he got in there deep, deep. He's actually downshifting. He couldn't even get the car turning even when he was downshifting. That is sending that car in there, that's for sure. But as these guys are under their caution here, we will take a side-by-side commercial break so y'all will not miss anything, and then we will be back after that.
I played a couple of simulators and this was like very responsive, especially the hydraulics and stuff, the motion and stuff was really, really on point.
Make you feel like you're really driving, it feels real.
It adds so much to the experience. It's just really, really cool.
It was pretty awesome.
As we are back here at Gateway. Lights have gone off on the pace car. Here we are. If I could see the laps, let me pull something else up here. 50 laps into this race. So, not actually, well, we're pretty much actually exactly 1/4 of the way through it right now. We've had how many cautions so far? This would be our 3rd caution, as it showed me there. So I have to keep pulling up that other one because I can't see what caution number it is. It just tells me that there's been a caution on the track. So I kind of have to guess because of that. It's something that has to be done. It's not too big of a deal, though. You see pace car pulls off here, though. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. But gets off that corner pretty well, so nobody's getting too aggressive with each other. By just yet, as we got 15 sailing it, and he didn't get turned in time. Hackstrom. That's what happens when you can't turn, bud. Car just goes whoop, straight. Probably not be too happy with the tire wear either. Getting that deep into a corner. Forrest stalking the 20, however, for second position. 20 actually lost the lead to the 48. Forrest going to look inside, give him a little bit of a peek, realize that, it's probably not worth it. Not right now. I'm going to kind of back off and give him that position. We just ride behind him some. As we're just fighting it out back here. This is around 8th place right now, too. It's a big fight for it. 43 will get that, and the 7 comes down the track. He collects. Looks like the 41, the 22 did get some damage from that. He just got loose, and he kept coming down the track. He pounds that inside wall. It looks like nobody else really got severe damage. Who did he get? That is 14, actually, that he got coming across, and the 22. I almost said Joey Logano. That brings out the 4th caution here tonight. So drivers are definitely using their cautions up. But James, he probably likes what he's seen. He's just like, I'm just going to ride around. Caution. I'm going to poke around. Stay right here. We'll be fine. He still hasn't pitted yet the whole entire race, too. Keep that in mind. As soon as I'm talking about that, he comes down pit road. Who would have guessed? He comes down pit road immediately. So, yeah, he brings everybody else that didn't pit before with him. Yeah, so everybody that hadn't... No, we got some guys that had already came in that come back in, though. May want to get some adjustments done to the car. Actually, really can't even do anything in a fixed setup. But it was accidentally made an open setup race on accident. It was supposed to be fixed. It was not. Looking back here in the pack, Carson Hocevar, who is actually running for Corey LaJoy's team today, is running better than Corey LaJoy is right now. Corey LaJoy has a Hendrick car with him, too. That being said, 2 of the Hendrick cars are just really struggling, as in Larson and LaJoy. They're not having a fun time at this track so far. So these guys will be flat 56 on fuel. If 50% fuel is probably 60-ish laps, I'd give them that. Give or take, I think probably, yeah, around 60, I would say, is probably the fair number for that guesstimate that I have for him. I think lights still remain on here. So, Still got some time. One thing I see, I think that this track too is hard. Turns 1 and 2 are just, they're completely different than 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is a lot flatter, but you have more area to turn. Really, the groove the groove is, it's where it should be, but it's just weird in 3 and 4. You can afford to run wide there. You run wide in 1 and 2, and you are done. I mean, you just immediately just start to plow. You have no turn in that car at all. And it is not a fun time either. I mean, you are absolutely just begging for turn to happen, and it just does not ever do it, it seems like. The lights should go off here, though. The Iracing pace car up there. He will choose the bottom lane here. The one, I actually meant to tell y'all, Ross Chastain earlier nicked Michael McDowell in the left rear. And Michael McDowell went into the wall, backed it into the wall pretty hard too, so it's probably done. Unless, he's already done anyway, because you could fix it, but not where the car's the same, that's for sure. So I wonder, who is the youngest driver in this field? Might be something that I look at, and then when we start panning through it. Pace car pulls in here though. Mikael Hagstrom will lead them to green. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Waits on the flag starter there. Doesn't go in the Geico restart zone, so he gets a really weird entry, and the one blows the corner. Absolutely misses it. Wall ride. This is not Martinsville. And, oh, there I'm down. Oh, look, he didn't bounce off the wall down into everybody else below him, because if he did, that was going to be on from there. We got 3 wide here. You're the 20, the 14, and the 77. 77's not going to really give it up either. He's going to really kind of just jab the throttle up there, try to get rotation, but he does lose that spot. I think the 14 kind of gave it to the 20 there too. He realized that's not worth it right now at this moment, man. You've seen tire smoke. I think somebody's getting on the brakes a little bit too aggressively right now. We're going to let the camera choose who we go to. So it's going to start panning through the field. We got the 5 and the 43s fighting side by side with each other. But the 43 will be able to power off. The 48 is now coming off of pit road. That's interesting. I'm not sure why he came off pit road there. I thought he was fine. Is switching between the 31 and the 24 here, trying to decide who's the better battle. Apparently likes the 31 a lot because it keeps going to him. And that 24, it's because these guys are so close to each other that they keep trying to find a lane to get here. And this 77 is about to be put 3 wide. And yet, he's not going to put 3 wide there. 77 gets, or sorry, the 31 gets a good drive off on the bottom. So 77 won't have to deal with the threat of being put 3 wide and then being the guy on the outside, and they come up into you, clean you, break their toe link, and they get off scotch-free. Ask me how I know that. It happened to me before. As he just shot in behind him. He saw like Gaffney, he said, I'm taking it now. 15 and 20 are going at it up here. As a 20, he will get the lead from Hagstrom. 20 back on point here. Where is the 24? 24 is all the way back there. Biggest mover of the race, though, from the qualifying position is Eduardo back here. Actually, in the 31. Don't want to say his last name because I would probably butcher it. So I'll wait to say that. I will wait to say it. See, Knightsville 26, 52, 36. Some of these guys are older. There's someone my age. So far, these guys have started to settle down now just a little bit. I mean, not too big of settling down, but they definitely settled down, that's for sure. They're not going all out quite at this moment, so should be fine for a little bit. That's Maddie. That's who's smoking his tires in there. It's Maddie getting in there deep. So when he gets in there like that, that's going to be locking those tires down, burning them off excessively. And I mean excessively. You've got to be careful when he does that. Now, as the run goes on, he's going to definitely feel it a lot more because that car's going to get super tight on entry. If he doesn't start to take care of him right now, if he doesn't do it right now, he's going to have a difficult time. He's getting around the track. I think that's why he's plowing like that. Getting around the track so much is just not doing anything, not doing any good for him. Griffin has jumped through the pits here. What happened to him? Saw him off track earlier in the race too. He just had it step out on him. And yep, got up above the groove. Tried to keep his foot down. Goes down, hits that inside wall. Probably broke the toe there on that car. And he just decides to call it quits there. Jumps back to the pits. Now we have a lot of people back here for the second position right now. I mean, a lot of people. 15's trying to hold off the 2. The 14's trying to deal with the 24 and also deal with the 4 on the outside. 4 isn't going to be out of the picture now. Now it's going to be the 43, the 31s, 47, 42, 10. 6 is back there. That's who that paint scheme is for. Angel Hernandez. Fifteen's hanging tough on that outside. I mean, he's not giving him any spots up, and it's gonna make him run hard too. Is one thing he's got to watch for. They're almost about to spin each other. They keep giving each other looks, and I think somebody's throwing a block. It's making it look worse. As he is just plowing. I mean, I think he's gotten tight. As he's gonna lose both of those positions in one turn. He's gonna lose 3 in one turn. He can't go anywhere. I mean, he is just tight right now at the moment. He's not having a good time dealing with this. Yeah, everybody's running high. I think they're all trying to guess their braking points at this moment. It's a game of who wants to get in deeper. If you get in deeper, I'll get in deeper. Who's going to get in deeper? Probably nobody, because you're going to absolutely just wreck each other out. Three going to be side by side with the 2 here, Wilson and Wimmer. Yeah, I think they're giving positions up. I don't. Well, they were. They won't be running that high. As a 47 almost found out why I tell people don't run that high on the wall or your foot in the throttle off exit, because that is the exact thing that can happen. You will figure out the hard way that is not fun. Trust me. At the 6 of the 4 going side by side, Brad Kozlowski in real life is, I believe, 3 laps down at the moment too, so he's not having too fun of a time right now. That is a belt. That 12 has some right side damage. He's probably pounded the wall off exit as that person disappeared, so that's why we went to that camera view. 5 is trying to fight his way up here. He's having to deal with the 51 of Joseph. But he's not going to make it easy on him. As Joseph will get to the inside, though, the 5 just can't roll it. Probably going to start plowing here on exit 2. Oh, he gets a run down the back stretch, but he's not there on his bumper enough to be able to make a move. He does go to the inside there. Sees a gap, tries to take it. Joseph actually might surprisingly gain 2 positions out of this. You know, let's hop up whenever I have the chance. Get all those dirty air. And just, you know, or what? I put you more in dirty air, but you know, we said a little more fuel. We like watching these two go at it, because up front, the leader has checked out, but look who's coming back to the front. Jalen's coming. He's gonna get you. There's lap times here. We'll show the lap times. I'll move that to the side just a little bit. I'm gonna have to go -1. Actually, P1, I believe. Yep, so I have to go P1. So that time, we'll see what it is right now. I think the red is when he lost time. The green is when he gained time on the person behind him. Yes, that is correct. You guys have probably realized now, hey, you know, we can settle down. We don't have to be going absolutely insane at this point in the race. There's no reason to be doing that. It's just ride. Just ride, man. That's all we got to do. Nothing we got to worry about. I do, however, want to do a onboard here with 10 random drivers. So I'm going to set to cockpit. I'm just going to randomly click someone. I'm going to have no idea who it is either. I forgot to pull that up here. We're going to have no idea who it is either. So it's going to just be somebody random here. We will see what they see from their view. I just realized, how long was that on there? Completely my fault there. We'll have to probably go back and look at that again. I did not realize that pulled up. I did not hit a button to show that, but it evidently wanted to. Tell y'all who the drivers were. Should not have been doing that though. We'll actually cut that because it did that. I don't know why it decided to show that for you. Nowhere near qualifying times, but you know, Charles is stretching out. He has almost a 6-second lead, so it is it's getting ridiculous for him. I don't know if they have stages. Let me check race information here. Don't think they do. Man, I'm looking broadcast notes. Okay, hometown heroes too. Tommy Stanley and Maddie Monick, they're both from Illinois. And looking at the round of playoff picture, so Robertson, Jalen, Angel Hernandez, James Boyle, Steven Sire, Brian Chu, Joseph Rajava, Daniel Homer, Joey Maines, Danny Solo, Kiko Garcia, and Chris Van Mastritz are above the cutoff. The 4 drivers that are below it are Mikael Hagstrom, Isaac Wilson, Jeff Wimmer, and Rhea Ferris. 4 of them that are below. 5 have been already eliminated, so they have not had a good time. Their playoff run so far. I don't think. Well, I would have Michael coming down. I think Michael had to come down because he was struggling hard. I mean, really, really hard early on. It just was not going very well for him. So I think him coming down pit road is probably a good thing. But I said 56, so I gave him about 60 laps. So around 116, 120. We'll probably see pit stops. That's if my math is correct. I don't know if it is or not. I really want to see his lap times. Though, I mean, he's getting gapped. He's getting absolutely just gapped. He did have to come through the field though. That's not a good thing for him to deal with. If he had to come through the field, he's gonna have to deal with all that good junk. As somebody is in the wall, Casey Tomlinson, I believe, just went off track there. That might have been actually later. This was at lap 80. Okay. That wasn't him. Who went off track? Somebody went off track and I heard him. I don't know who it was though, but I definitely did hear that happen. The one thing that the 20 is going to be coming into is maybe a little bit of lap traffic that could hold him up just a tad. I don't think it's going to hold him up too much, though. He does have a long way until he gets to it, though, I think. Yeah, you see he's coming up on him right there. You kind of saw at the edge of the screen. You see just a couple pixels of him. Really the rear end of the car as it's Delgado is off the track here. It may have been him. Oh, nope, there's somebody else spinning up front. Who got punted? Somebody got punted. I don't know who it was, but I heard somebody get slammed because I heard tires screeching somewhere, and it wasn't brake lock up either. That was like fully like, please stop. 33 is catching Jalen. He's going to give him a run for his money. Lap time wise, he's been actually. Oh, the 24 loose on exit as he pounds the inside wall. Seen that happen a lot of times here so far. It's no that here he is, almost around again is Jalen. He is steering issue possibly. So what? Turn to the left just a little bit. He is lucky though that was the left front tire. I don't think it's going to be that hurt because it's left front. He should be fine. As Joshua Grosso, so I was wrong, way wrong. Wait, no, these guys might have hit at lap 30. Angel Hernandez is down. Let's see, is Charles shifting here? I think he probably is. And back down into third. Gonna give it some gas, but right here, he's waiting for it to turn. He has to wait a long time too because his tires are just so wore down. He's hanging that gear though just a little bit. The reason I know he's hanging that gear is because you can. I kind of heard I could hear him push the clutch in. Eugene Thorne is down. So some pit stops are happening. Some are, some aren't. It just kind of depends on what you've done to the car so far. If you went out there and just, burned them, yeah, you definitely want new tires. But I think I'll probably be correct. Joey Maines is down pit road. So that might be roughly 40-ish laps on fuel. Eugene's off and away. He has some. Oh my gosh. That right front fender has seen some better days, hasn't it, bud? That is not what you want to see from any car. That is once you hurt that thing aerodynamically. Oh my god. The 38 and the 43. 43. Yeah, no, 38 has new tires. No, they don't. What? Okay, no. Yes, they did. So 38 and 43 have new tires. For some reason, I thought the 38 was lapping the 43. But these guys both came down pit road at lap 90 and 91. 90 is in front, 91 is behind. So, some have had a good time. Some have not. As that's not a good time there, bud. Don't hit that wall. Wall bad. Fire bad. Let somebody get on pit road there. That's what those are. You've seen smoke, but here we go. Eduardo, Jalen, and Joseph are all down pit road. They realize that they need fuel. And caution. Oh my! And I think they're going to be trapped a lap down. Yep, they have to roll through their pit box too. That is horrible timing for him. Marcus Hagman, I think, is what brought out the caution. The only slow car that I could see. As I want to make sure. Anyone else sideways? No, they are not. So it must have been Hagman that brought it out. He doesn't have power. All right, he's blown up somewhere. Where did he blow up? He blew up. I think he blew up here. Yep. Oh, he he missed a shift. Look, yep, right there. Third. Down to second on accident. And he realized it too late. But it blew up right there on him. And he couldn't get down the pit road either. He's got no power. He gets hit there too. That is missed shifts gone wrong. Especially here too. I mean, you're in the power band already so low that you make any amount of mistakes, it's gonna be just compiled on top of each other. But Robertson and Maddie don't come down. I'm not sure why they don't come down. I would have came down, but it's not my choice. I like tires. So I want to see if these guys missed it or they stayed out on purpose. I'm guessing they stayed out on purpose here. I don't know why you would do that, but hey, go for it, man. Lights will still be on, so if they want to come down, they're going to have like one more chance to do it. This is topping off back here on fuel, so they're probably trying to stretch it. Eduardo has disappeared. He's gone ghost. What's the 22? Oh my gosh, this 20 is going to be eaten up. Absolutely eaten up here. Now, unless this is a tire or a track where tires don't wear, this is going to be horrible. He's going to get like ran over. But, you know what? Roll the dice, see what happens, my man. They're trying to let somebody by back here. Like, they do that so lights go off in the pace car. And it looks like Robertson will choose the bottom. Okay. I did not expect him to choose that position on the bottom, but he evidently did. You might know something that I don't. Probably does. Mama never said I was a smart man. Yep, Joseph. 14th second pit stop. I don't see a lot of damage on him though. Interesting character. But I don't even know what I'm saying. I started talking to myself there. I was gonna say interesting paint of choice. I don't make main character into that. But let's go back on. They were just off. Unless I'm seeing something, they were just off and they go back on. Okay. Interesting. But they're off again. Okay, so they're off here again. So it'll still be the 20 and the 22. I believe this gets them to halfway point of the race. Yeah, it does. Right there on the bubble. Right there on the mark, actually, not bubble. I had a feeling it did. I don't know why. I was like, it's probably halfway, and I was correct. So far, it looks like once the 20's out front, he's just kind of, you know, set sail. He's just gone from that point on. It's gracias, bye-bye, buddy. You can deal with me later. What it seems to be. as they're going to roll into the restart zone here, and green flag is back in the air. We are back underway. Oh yeah, 54, it takes it wide, and we have a caution out. Oh my, we got the 17 and the 47 are talking to each other with their cars, and I don't think that's going to work. Kiko gets rolling. I had to guess this is an overcorrection. All right, who does the overcorrection? It's the 47 who does the overcorrection. He has way too much wheeling. He might have gotten some help. Oh yeah, he got some help there from the 17. And then they both get into the wall. That's how the 47 ends up next to the 17. That's just he got a that wasn't a spin of his choice. Let's just say that much. He got a little nudge. So hey, you know, I kind of want to get by you. I'm just gonna be tired of you. If you don't move, I'm gonna move you myself, bud. But we might interview Charles Robertson here, if I can get him. 20 cars need to look for Joe Gibbs Racing. There we go. We bring Charles Robertson in. Hey Charles, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
And so you're leading the race so far. You know, how does it feel being out front and not having to deal with that mess that's going on back there?
It feels good. You know, I feel like I got a long run car. I didn't want to see that last caution to come out, but you know, hopefully after this stage, I can still be in the lead and you know get out front, and not worry about any cautions. So if that can happen, I feel like I got to win.
Hey, you know, so is there something that you found that you have to do in particular here? Or is it pretty much just you know, ride this track like you normally would?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be smooth. You know, you gotta be real easy on the throttle. You can't pick it up too early. I finished second here last season, so I feel like it's still working. You know, downshifting, putting it on the bottom. You can't overdrive it, just stuff like that.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Hopefully, I see you in victory lane.
Thank you, buddy.
Charles Robertson, the current race leader. I just realized that last green flag, I was probably talking to myself. I think I was. And I did not even realize it either until like way too late. But if I did, that was my fault. JGR. Light's still on here, so at least one more time by. I think they should go off this time by though. Real life, the race is about to end on stage 2. 31 laps left in that stage. Into the finish, and my driver's doing horrible. My driver's Kyle Larson, so not having a fun time. Blaney is leading right now. Rose Angels photos of picture of Brad Keselowski. I absolutely despise Brad Keselowski. I'm a Gordon fan. That's pretty much all I gotta say. And I've hated that man ever since then. He was doing stuff that whole entire year too. I mean, multiple times. You know, I know at Charlotte he got tackled by Matt Kenseth. Where else did he get into something? So Charlotte, he got tackled by Matt Kenseth. He hit Denny Hamlin under caution. And Tony Stewart used his bumper to back into him because he ran into Tony Stewart. Stewart wasn't happy with that. He was just done with it. So he had a lot of things that year. And I do not like him because of that. Lights have gone off, like I said. So they're going to be at lap 108, I believe. 105, what they'll be at for laps. So got a long way to go. Pretty much half the race is still left to run. Definitely seen our fair share of cautions. It's not a lot, really. Surprisingly, I know there was a league that I watched the last 15 minutes of them try to do 2 laps around a track, and they could never do it. They actually ran out of time. That was literally to end the race, too. That was the green, white, checkered tent. They had to do it multiple times, and it was really annoying. I wasn't broadcasting that. I was watching it. But pace car pulls off here. Robertson and Homer, your front 2. Starter has the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway. I think somebody just blew up. No, they did not. Never mind. See, Robertson really stuck it on that, or Daniel tried to really stick it on the outside. Robertson really held his line, though, didn't let him shake him at all. Robertson is very high IR. I just noticed that also. He is a guy that definitely has some skill. But Homer's going to get to the bottom of him, and Robertson, I think he slipped up on exit there. I saw that rear end kind of dance around just a tad. That allowed him to get up under him. He's about to get... I think he just got moved out the way there from the 16 also. Justin was saying, nah, I'm kind of done with this guy on my way. Trying to go up here too. We did have some people pit on lap 1, or this last caution, but I don't really think that's going to do much. I mean, we didn't get many green flag laps in on those old tires anyway. Having another caution here as what has happened? James Boyles has crashed. The Florida. Oh. Yes, this happens in front of him. This is 17 and a 41. '17 starts really checking up is what messed with the 41. That's not on him. That's how the 1 gets into the wall, and the 48-0 just pounds the 1 in the side. I think he just blew up there. Did he? No, he did not. Somebody blew up. I keep hearing somebody blow up. But I can never figure out who it actually is. That's what's messing with me so much, too, is I can't tell what driver has just gone kaboom on their engine. Surprisingly difficult. Let's see. Hello there, Robert. This chair is not too comfortable. Does not like me very much at all. But Daniel, no, he's on the lead now. The 20 got the boot, I think. He was not too kind to him. Who would have guessed? Somebody driving the 22 car may have moved somebody out the way. AKA how Penske races. I don't like them. I like Ryan Blaney, though. But I'm a Kyle Larson fan, so. Don't see any takers besides Kiko. Kiko is getting damage fixed. Yeah, I remember that. He got involved in a wreck earlier. It was him in the 17. The 17 has just had a rough night. Looks like he's a magnet for contact. And I know how that feels sometimes. You know, Darlington in the A Opens, I was literally a magnet for... If someone was going to come up in my path, they were going to do it. And you want to talk about... I actually threw my headset and it made a dent in the wall. So... yeah. Don't do iRacing when you seem to be in a bad streak because it just makes you more angry. But it is what it is. Didn't end up too well. So I want to actually look and run down who is the youngest driver in this field. I'm genuinely curious. We got 43, 28, 33, 26, 22, 28, 36, 34, 63, 46, 16. He's probably the youngest here. Joey Maines, that's 16. So I got 16. That is probably the youngest. Angel's 16 too. Lights have gone off on the pace car though, so I'm just looking through this field right now. So we've got, appears to be 3 16-year-olds chases out of the race, however. 14? What? Colt. Starting young, okay. Wow, there are some young people in here. I mean, said it's only 5 years ago I was 15, so it's not like I'm that old anyway. I'm acting like I'm acting like they're so old when they're really not. But lights are off. Daniel Homer. If I had to be somebody, I think if the 22 did hit the 20. I think the 20 can get his payback right now. If he wanted to. Actually, could go to 66 on him. I give you all right to just absolutely plow through the man. This is not quoted from me, however. That's a you quote. Pace car pulls in here. Starter has the flag in his hand. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. Is that? Oh, there we go. Take it 3 wide. Whoever that is, do it. Do it, Joseph. It's going to end up bad. Where's he at? I'm trying to find his name. I think they made it work. The 45, I think he got the boot out. I think he got moved. I think the 45 got helped out of line. The 1 is down low right now currently. He is coming to serve a... No, he's just staying very low on the track. That was a gutsy move by Joseph. I would probably be doing the same thing if I'm honest. It's a who dares to do this. It's a I dare to do this because you won't do it. Now, you'll give me the position 4 wide. Here we go. Think for a second. Yep, nope, they're 4 wide again. Behind him, somebody's checking up. The 21 got into the 34. I saw that happening, and they save it. No, they don't. The 34 comes back up in the track, back into the path of the... Or, sorry, 34 comes back up into the track, into the path of the 41. The 41 immediately left. Yes, he did. While we're up here at this camera view, I saw that unfolding. I mean, I knew that was going to happen just because of this 21 right here, how he was entering. Yep, he gets in there hot. He smacks that 34. They all save it. And the 34 then overcorrects, and the 21 goes down. Ew, the 41, the 91 get involved. You want to go on board? No, the 34 is still in the race. I believe so. Yes, the 34 is still here. Let me find him. It did not show him. There he is. For some reason, I could not find him. Oh, it was somebody else that left. So I'm going to see, did he gas it up here on the exit? Not really. I mean, yeah, he got back into the throttle, but he's not, full speed. I mean, that's like resting your foot on it. I mean, he gets absolutely plowed. I mean, this is good save. Bam! right there, left rear, hit again. I don't really think that's... Yeah, I mean, that's not overcorrection. It's just a hard hit there, no, for him. So we do have some takers. Joey Maines, Kiko, Bauer, Chris, and Wilson all come down pit road. So these guys are all different pit strategies currently. It's interesting. I think Kiko's car is broken. Let's see if it is. No, he may just be pitted that way. Yes, he's just pitted that way. I thought there was a possibility that his toe link was broken because it did not look too well for him at all. I mean, it was looking pretty rough. So you said Chase or Cole are the youngest. Yeah, I just found that out. I was really honestly curious. I was like, how old are these kids? When I was 16, I don't even know what I was doing. I don't think anybody knows what they were doing when they were that young. Some of them, when they disappear, that means they've jumped out of their car. That's why that camera shoots up to that view, because it doesn't know, where they are on the track. They're not registering being on the track anymore either. So it's kind of a guess of where are you at. See where my parents are currently, because they took my sister to a softball tournament all the way down in Carolina. Okay, yeah, I wrote that thought. Okay, I'm good. So, if you're gonna pit, it's gonna be 150 possibly. What are you doing there, Pax? That's just what I think. Yeah, it's gonna be 150-ish. Just because we haven't had that many green flag laps. A lot of it have been under caution. Which, I mean, at a track like this, I'm not surprised we have 8 cautions. I mean, this is just welcome to Gateway. Gateway Arch 250. 11 took out the 4 under caution. Lap 116. I will look at that. I will mark that. So I'm marking it at lap 118. We'll have to go look at this after we get another chance to look at that, because I did not see that. You caught that when I didn't. Do not lay under that. Nope, you're not laying here because I've had dogs turn off the power. But pace car will pull in this lap. I will go back and look and see what happened on lap 116 between the 4 and the 11. But Daniel Homer will lead them back to green. Carter has a flag in his hand. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here, and we have wreck as the start-finish line already. Multi-car pile up here. Oh my. The 20, the 5, the 21 are all involved. Somebody spun their tires. Okay, it was a 20 who spun his tires. Right here, look at the 20. Watch his rear end just wiggle. Tries to take off, wiggles right there, pedals it down into the 5. The 5 gets involved. 34 has nowhere to go. The 15, the 42 have nowhere to go. The 12 has nowhere to go. 54 has nowhere to go. I mean, that just clogs the whole track at that point. That lap you were talking about. So let's rewind and go back 2 laps here. We're going to look at the 4. The 11 took out the 4 under caution. You said lap 116. Let's just look. So we're still lap 118. Gonna have to go back even more. So this is gonna take a little bit of time to rewind, that's for sure. It's not gonna be just a bam rewind stuff. Where is the 11 at? The 11 is not in the race either. So there may have been something that happened that I never caught. Okay, so it might be one lap before. Yeah, and also we have only 2 guys down pit road. Hagstrom and Wilson. There he is. Okay. So what happens here? Okay, was there a... What brought out this caution here, though? I'm going to get this correct. So the 4 is all the way up here. Was there something before this that happened? I did not catch that. I think I was still breaking down that wreck. So, evidently, something happened here earlier in the race that got that 11 back there, maybe caused by the 4. Do you know anything about this, Manic? Or Maniac? I want to see, where does he get taken out? Because I want to see. I don't see anything happen between them. I never saw anything other than that either. So they go to slow down here. Oh, we do have a lot of pit stops happening. I will keep you updated on the pit stops. 4 people stayed out. Everybody else is coming down pit road. Well, kind of split on that decision. I do want to see what happened because I'm more curious at this. Where does this 11 come from? He is all the way back there. Now, why is he coming after the 4? What did he do? Why are you... What? I don't understand. Why are you doing that? Like, I didn't see anything that happened earlier. Like, I genuinely don't know what happened there. I'm glad you caught that. Because somehow I did not catch that. I had to have been looking somewhere else, like through the footage of something. That was blatant, as you can get. So Wimmer, Solo, Sire, Maines, Chris, Robertson, Boyles. No, Boyles didn't come down. So we did have some guys come down pit road. Some guys are coming down right now. I don't know what in the world just happened. I guess something had to have happened that I just never caught. The lights are off on the pace car though, so I have pretty much perfect timing getting back here. It should pull off this time by. The 4 came down pit road. He had to. He's back to 8, luckily. Not too far back, but he's definitely gonna be mad. I don't know what that was for. No, caution still. I could have swore the lights were off in the pace car a second ago. I believe they were. I may be going insane. Were they not off in the pace car? I couldn't see it. No, they were still on. Okay, I am going insane. They were lined up like they were getting ready to go green. That was my fault there. So I was completely wrong on that. Don't ignore what I'm saying. I'm going insane. Oh, so you said lap 40 caution. Okay. So he's mad from an old incident that happened. Was it with the 4 that was involved? Or was it you that... Yeah, you're actually the 4. So were you involved in that? The lap 40 thing that you're talking about? Or was that a separate incident? Pace car pulls off here. Actually, I'm not going to lie to y'all. Starter has the flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are underway here. Coming down to turn 3 there. Looks like we got a side-by-side battle with the 13 and the 14, and the 38 sails it wide in there. That's a little bit too wide there, bud. I'm going to back it down a little bit. The 48 and the 20 fight side-by-side. I really do want to see how the 4 can rebound. We got the 1 and the 5, but they found each other on the track. The 1, however, is multiple laps down. The 5 is not. He's sitting 10th. That is way low on the track. The 45 is surprisingly going. I don't know how he's turning down there, but he is. I think the 1 slipped up. The 5 has some damage from that other incident that we saw earlier. Had a feeling that he would. You mind, the 4, he did pit, so he's got fresher tires than last time. However, I don't know about certain things. So the 2 guys in front of him also have fresh tires. The 22 doesn't. I wish I could see tire wear, but sadly I can't. At this moment right now, I wish I could. I'm not able to see that unless I was driving and actually out there racing, but I'm not, so. It sucks, but it is what it is. Just watching the 21 there for just a little bit. Seeing how he's running. 14 is catching him, though. I knew that. That 14's he's gonna eventually get to him. There's gonna be no way he's gonna hold him off completely forever. Lap time wise, however, it's not that much of a difference. Actually, they almost ran identical lap times that time back there. I will show you this now. I like this because of that right there. So you see that 34.61, 34.59, almost identical there with their times. So it's not too much of a difference for them. I'm surprised that 5 is doing that with his damage. I didn't think that'd be possible, but he's proven me wrong. Very wrong. I want to see this. If this 22 can hold off this 14, even just a little bit, that's gonna make that 14's life really difficult. Keep in mind the 14 has a 2, but 2's lap down. 38 is there, and the 4. These guys have broken away though. They have a 1.5 second lead on the 5th place driver. And Justin Barkley. Definitely pulling away James has had it up and down. Hey, is that 43 got in there deep, bud? Not actually, James does have older tires. That makes sense that he couldn't get in as deep as he wanted to. Probably trying to avoid getting plowed. He has not done a good job of avoiding being plowed. It's 22. He's going to... Oh, yeah, here they come. Here comes the 14. He's not going to be able to get it into turn 1, though. If you stay in that line in turn 1, they're not going to get around it. It's way too hard to do that. He takes it low, surprisingly. I would be taking that higher. Now, he is downshifting, if I had to guess, into 1 and 2. 3 and 4, maybe now you don't want to do it early in the run because it really beats the tires. It's not a good idea to do that early on in the race because it's just so grueling on him. I mean, it's really hard on those. He's getting a run, however. 14's going to take it to the inside here. The 22 might lose the lead, as I think he will. Richard will go to the point. Possibly. No, not quite yet. The 22 is going to fight him, but tire advantage goes to him. He gets the lead here now with a little bit less than 70 laps left in the race. The 22 is not going to give it up. See, one thing, too, riding this high line on 3 and 4, you can actually get a pretty good run off if you can turn, that is. He couldn't turn. That's going to give the 38 a look inside of him. 16-year-old from Red Wing, Minnesota. 17 start, 0 wins, 6 top 10s, 5 DNFs. Looks like Kyle Larson's stats besides the 2 wins missing from it. Back here, though, I don't think... Yeah, everybody's really spaced out. It's almost a swipe in the rear. Everybody's really spaced out, and I mean, like, really spaced out from each other. They're not near... We have a lot of guys out of the race, too, because they've been wrecked out. Camera goes to that view because we can't see what I was actually trying to look at. They're not in a session anymore, so... You guys ever watch a broadcast and you're like, where is this camera going to? That is why we can't control that when it does this. It tries to find the person. Yeah. You want to see this for lap time wise. Danny and Richard have been setting down the fastest time so far currently. They're sitting at almost 35 flats. That last lap was about 35 ones. That was actually the fastest time on the track. That was set by Richard. Sorry, not fastest time overall is actually a 34.31. It looks like. Yeah, 34.31. That was set by Daniel. Danny has the second fastest, but you see the 22 is going to look from the inside. 38 is going to try to get the position on him, make him move up a little bit. I think that 38, just better tires, is just going to end up paying off here. And he does not slide up, surprisingly. It's one thing you got to be careful. On that bottom line, you just can't put the power down like you want to. He's going to have to tuck back in. Try again, get a better run, set him up. You'd be surprised how long it takes to set up a guy for a pass. I mean, it is ridiculous. Right here, he's trying to set him up. He's trying to get that car to rotate. If he can get it to bite and get a run, he'll have a shot. He just can't get it to turn like he needs to right there. If he can get it to really turn, he will have a very good opportunity to get to him. Oh, that's loose there. That's going to hurt that 38. Slide rear and slide out on him. Not what you want to do, man. You got time. You got tires. Don't abuse the rear end of them and cook those tires off, because once you lose drive off, it is going to be really, really difficult from that point on. Then, I mean, really difficult. Those 14 probably likes what he's seeing, though, in his rearview. He had him there. He had him set up like he wanted to. He tried to get to the outside. I think he just got in a little bit too deep, but how he had him set up was pretty much exactly what you want to do, I think. Get on the outside, get the car to turn, really put the power down, get a run, get close enough to where you can maybe poke your nose in there and not let them come down all the way to the bottom like they want to. That's really the way you can pass somebody, if you can get it done just like that, because he's got the 4 behind him. That 4 is not going to let him go. Looking at times, though, Daniel's actually running faster times than Richard. He is pushing it. He does not want to be caught. Lila Edet Sweden. His poor bounces off the wall, though. Real life update. William Byron is leading 154 laps into a 240 lap race. Carson Hosafar had a blown right front tire, wrecked out of the race. He was, however, running 16th at the time. For the Joy is currently running if it will show me here, 26 right now. He's not having a good day. That 4 is, that 4 is hurting his tires. That's going to drop him way back because he's probably knocked the toe. Looks like it's still pretty straight. He's hanging gears. That's what he's doing. What I mean by hanging gears is, he goes to shift, and you kind of hear that dun-dun. That's him trying to get it into gear, or it's hitting the rev limiter. It's bouncing off of it. As a caution comes out, Brian Chu has crashed here. A backstretch. I don't know why he did that. That was not for position either. Yeah, the 10's on the lead lap. I don't know. He may have been trying to get to pit road. I think he was trying to go low, so they knew he was going to enter pit road there. And the 10 just ran him over on accident. Yeah, that was an accident. I don't think the 10 did that on purpose. Yeah, I think that's the 54 trying to get an entry into pit road. But Takers, Daniel, split decision here. They'll only have about 50-ish laps left. Yeah, almost 50-ish laps left. So I think these tires will end up paying off for him too if they take them. So he said lap 40 caution. Let's see if I can find that all the way back here. Don't know what lap these are, however, is a bad thing. Lap 40 incidents, what you said. Where is... Here it is, all the way back here. So the 11 is... Here it is, this is where it is. Right here. This is the incident that the 11 was mad about. I do remember that now. I don't know what you expect when you're blocking a guy like that. I mean, he was evidently blocking. No doubt about that. The 4 was probably trying to get around him. It took me a little bit to remember what incident that was. But I do remember that now. Let's see, 4's trying to get around him any way he can. Yeah, that's not the 4's fault. I mean, if you're going to block that much, expect to get turned, especially 38 laps into the race. Like, come on. There's no need to block that hard, my man. You got, what, 160-ish laps to go get them back? You got time, dude. There's no reason for you to be fighting like that. I don't condone, you know, taking out somebody because you're mad at them. I kind of find that stupid. But I mean, he felt like it was necessary, so he did it. So I can't really, you know, beat on him too much. Like, oh, you did this on purpose because you hate him. No, he did it because he was really mad. I don't blame him for doing it, but I mean, come on. Gotta have a thicker head than that. But my voice is being worn off here really badly. But lights do go off on the pace car here. The 14 of Richard will go to the lead. He pitted on lap 121. However, almost everybody behind him pitted. Everybody did pit behind him. So this is going to be interesting. Very, very interesting. And how he decides to get away from these guys. I don't think he'll be able to get away. If he starts dropping like this 22 did late in the run, that might not be too good for him. But we see that this field has gotten smaller. We started with 38. We are down to 25 on the track right now. So welcome to Gateway. The wreck with... How do you know this? Are you in the race? Pace car pulls in here, though. The 14 and the 22 go at it here as green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. So the 4... Oh, the 14 threw it wide. That is not going to end up good. Open the door for the 4, and the 4 will take the lead off of 2. Going to be down the backstretch. A drag race here between 2 Fords. Actually, 4 Fords. I like Chevys, but anyway... Ford can just afford to get in there. They're a lot deeper than anybody else can, as I did not realize he just had a troll face on his car. But he goes to the lead in that 14. He's going to start dropping fast. I mean, he is dropping quickly now. This is not going to end up good for him one bit. Yeah, you see, he's just got punted out of line, I believe, and he's going to go back to 7th. I mean, he's gone that far back. The 20 is now fighting with the 24. Robertson and Jalen. Jalen qualified on the pole. In a long race for him. Looks like, surprisingly, that car is not damaged. I have no idea how he's managed to do that, but he has. So he's done a very good job of not getting that car just destroyed. Yeah, 38 is up on the bumper of the 4, though. He's not letting him go. Fourth. Maybe you can get away with 3rd. If you got 3rd, you'd be rotating a lot of those, so it may be better to keep it in 4th, I'd say. That 4 is loose. He got that 4 loose, dancing off the corner. If he can get that 4 to start doing that a lot more, it's going to be a lot better for him, too. A lot better. That 38's looking. He's looking. I think that 4 is trying to throw him off from where he's going to go. He's saying, I'm going to go low. I'm going to go high, low, high, low, high, low, high. So he doesn't know which lane to actually try to block when he's up there. He's going to give him a look. If he could just get to that quarter panel, it's all he needs to get to. And he's right there at it. If he gets a hold of that, he's just going to grab it and never let go. At 38, might use his bumper here, though. And he's closer. I mean, he's closer and he's faster. He's just got to find a way around him that doesn't involve just, you know, dumping a guy. Which I'm pretty sure he can do that. But he's going to get the 20 inside of him. Couldn't get around the 4, so this has brought in another contender for the race for the lead. Pretty much, I'd say it's almost a race for the lead. That 20. Now let's see if he can go set sail on the 4. The 38 might get him back, though. I think he will. He might get him back very, very soon. As he gets it on the outside. I think the 20 might give him it, too. No, he's going to fight him there. The 38 has the better line if he can just wrap it. So he does run the line that he needs to pretty much. And yeah, you can see that just drive off. Such a bigger drive off. So he gets back that position. I'd say if he got to the 4, he's probably not going to mess around with him anymore. He's probably just a little bit fed up. He's probably like, you know what? I'm tired of messing with you. Get out of my way. I'm using my bumper. I have it for a reason. I can punch you whenever I want. So chrome horn to chrome horn is what you're going to get. However, the 4's probably trying to get him to drive his tires off. Not done it so far, but looking at lap times, these guys are almost dead even. You know, the 4 is running the 38's running the fastest lap times currently right now at the moment. He can just, he's got, oh, there it is. No, he almost set it up. I thought he had it set up there. As his steering is broken. Or it's knocked out. Look at his steering wheel down the backstretch. Unless he set it to that, that's a broken toe or a knocked out toe. Should not be like that. He's going to get to the inside of the 4. Can he get the pass done? He can get the power down to smash it, sacrifice some tire. He can't get it done on exit. 4 is going to maybe have the preferred lie going into 1 and 2. Does the 38 push the issue? If I was him, I'd honestly push the issue. Get this position, get it done and over with. 4, however, is going to hang tough. Can the tires pay off? Don't think they can. They will not be able to. The 38, he's tried multiple times to get around him, and he just can't do it. He had it right there in 3 and 4. He's just going to have to keep trying and trying and trying to find the run that is perfect for him to take the lead. Back here, though, everybody else is literally spaced out. I mean, nothing else is really happening. We got the 48 and the 45 going at it a little bit. This is, however, for 15th position. It's Isaac Wilson in the 48. But now, oh yeah, okay, he's doing what he needs to, and tight on exit though. That's going to give the 20 a run. I wish I could talk to the drivers because I tell him what he needs to do. You know, get in there a certain, maybe enter a little bit higher, get on that brake a little bit harder, but let it roll more than anything else. Don't be on it hard at the beginning. Be on it gentle. Let it roll. Once it bites, as soon as it bites, get back in the throttle and get that run. You're going to get it in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is just almost impossible to get a run. But he's going to have to do it. He can lay it right there. See, he did it. He did what I was talking about right there. See how much he kind of gained in the middle of the corner. That brings him close to him. This is a 5-way battle pretty much. Not 4-way. I'll say, yeah, I'll give it 4. That 4 is running higher, though. He's running a little bit higher every single time going into 1. I think that may be 38's opportunity for something, but he's not going to have an opportunity now because the 20 wants to capitalize on it. Charles Robertson goes to the inside of the 38, can't make it stick. This battling, though, is going to mess with the 38, and it's going to give the 4 a bigger lead than what he had. I know he loves what he's seeing. Probably he's like, yes, please keep battling. As long as you keep racing each other, I don't have to deal with you. Please keep doing it. At 20, see if he can set sail and save his tires. Now, keep in mind, Danny's been running the faster times on the track. 38 gets back under the 20, though. He says, I'm not going to give up that easily, buddy. the 20 might have overshot the corner a little bit because it looks like he just didn't turn anywhere. I know he likes these guys battling though. This 24, he is lurking. I mean, he is just flat out lurking back here. He's watched these guys go at it, and he's just been sitting here the whole entire time, you know, just minding his own business. Probably saving his tires better than anybody else because of that. But it's probably, he might have a shot here, especially the 20. If he gets next to the 4 and he can't pass him, like the 4 has been hard to pass. He's been like Ron Newman. If he gets Newman beside him and makes him battle for that position, that's going to be hard as he smokes it getting in there. He got in there deep as the 38 almost clips the 20 in the rear end. Trying to get all he can. And I mean all he can on exit there. On entry, I mean. Got to be careful. And the 4 blew the corner. Oh, no. I couldn't see him in the frame. He blew turn 3 and 4. That's going to give the lead to Charles Robertson. May have just blended in with something. I looked up and I was like, wait, hold on. Where's he at? I think he missed. He must have gotten the gas too early and the car just wanted to plow. At 20, he's not going to try to break up the draft. That's why he's down so low. He does not want these guys to get a run on him at all. I think this 4 has saved his tires though decently well, surprisingly. Look at that. He's able to get right back to the bumper of the 20. He gets a run down the front stretch here. He's going to look to the inside. Give him a look. Let him know he wants to try it. That 4 might try to pass. Get in there, give him... At least let him know he's looking. So right there, that's what he needs to do. Run a little bit higher. 24 slide job on the 38. 38 with a crossover on the 24. Going to be down the back stretch. Going to be drag race here. The 24 gets that lead here. 4 is going to chase the 20. He's going anywhere. Everybody else is going to 24, though. He's got good rotation. I mean, he has good rotation. That 4, though, I'm surprised the 4 is doing what he's doing. I mean, he gets right there on the 20. I'm going to dive it in here, maybe get side by side with him, and he will do that. Trying to take the lead back is Danny Solo, and he will get the lead as the 20 runs high. Can't get it turning, and he bounces it off the wall a little bit. Maybe just nicked it there. Now it's going to be a lap car, going to mess with them both. The 12, where's the 12 going to go? The 12 is going to stay high, get out of the way of the leaders. It may have not been how some of the guys wanted to leave, though. Would have maybe preferred a different entry. That did hurt their times. They ran like a 35, 58, 35, 9 is what the 20 ran. And you can definitely tell his lap was just, that whole lap was kind of a throwaway lap for him. Just get rid of it, get out of your mind. Don't worry about it. But you see now, look at the 16 making his way up here. And the 22. This has now became a 6-car battle between these guys now. Keep in mind, these are fresh tires. All these guys are actually fresh tires, I forgot. I thought that the 4 had older tires. But he didn't. I forgot that he came down and pitted. Was not checking to see if he did that. That's when we were going back and checking that caution. And why the 11 was so mad at the 4 early on. We found that out the hard way. Somebody in the fence, so... If I had to guess, though, I mean, what do you do when you're right here? How hard do you push to get away from these guys? No, he's had to hold off in 2 battles. However, these guys are running really high, and I mean really, really high. They're pretty much on that last groove there on the left side of their car. They may have just been watching this happen, too. Not having to worry about it. There should be. Oh, no, a caution comes out here. Oh, my Lord. Oh, that changes everything. What is this for? Don't see anybody around. It may be the 17. What is this caution for? Go back at the time the yellow flag was thrown. Don't see a wreck anywhere on track. I'm not completely sure why it was thrown, but it was thrown, so they are at lap 171 of 200. So what that's going to leave them with is about a 20 lap shootouts. Be interesting. Yeah, we did get confirmation from the 11. Hey, Tommy, I did that on purpose. Not surprised. Pretty obvious, but everybody comes down pit road besides Maddie. Oh, no. As they have a stretcher out on pit road. What has happened here? I'm looking at the race. They have the ambulance out. Somebody may have gotten ran over by a car. He wins this race off here. This is going to be an important race off of pit road. If you win this race off of pit road, this could mean that you're going to start second and start with those really, really, really fresh tires. 2 tires stop, question mark, from the 45. I think it is. I think it's 2 tires. Might be fuel only for some of these guys. Yeah, I think the 45 took 2. Well, you can't get 2 tires in 4 seconds, though. But Maddie's going to roll it. He's going to say, you know what? Let's just throw it up. See what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I really am curious what has happened on pit road here. Also, Kyle Larson is leading 60 laps ago. He took 2 tires on that last pit stop. Tyler Reddick blew his right front before. So, as here it is, they're showing what happened on pit road. As that's the race off the pit road, I guess. What happened to this ambulance? Yes, they're showing the race off pit road. I don't know what happened to cause an ambulance to come out on the track. I don't think they're counting these laps either. So you see, these guys actually should be lit up behind this, but they're not. I did put that back in, and it was not showing this. I'm gonna say I put the overrides in, but it's not showing their colors correctly. I believe that all of them should be orange if they're in a certain one. Let me make sure. Yes, they should be orange, but I'm not seeing that here. But the guys that do have that, I believe, yellow spoiler, you should be able to see it here soon on some of them. They don't have the yellow spoiler. Yeah, there should be an orange thing over their name. That's not... Yeah, that's weird. Should be... Huh. That is odd. I should be getting that, but it's not giving me that override. Hold on. Wait. Here it is. I believe I did not put that in here. Let me import this for you all. I think I realize what I did now. Sorry, that hasn't been shown the whole entire night. I have not done driver overlays before. That's actually new for me to do. So it's still something that I'm new to doing. But pace car pulls off here. The 10 and the 45 will lead them to green. As green flag is back in the air, we are back underway here. The 10 gets a good jump. And caution is out. There's a wreck back here. I believe I can hear something happening. No, but a quick caution has been thrown. I'm not sure why it was thrown, but it was evidently put out on the track for something that happened. Somebody may have almost spun past. Yes, there's smoke up here. So there's an incident that happened here. What was it? Is my question. Looking at the 3. Look at the 3's view. Casey Tomlinson. Go to the 1. Go to the 7. Okay, 17 now is who I need to go back to. Oh, there it is. Okay, the 17 and the 14. That's what it was. So, and the 14 had to check up. I think he shifted, and that's what happened. The 17 got into him, then the 12 did. I think that was just a misshift there. I believe that's what just happened. I think. That's the only thing that I could think happened to it. That was interesting there. I did not expect that to happen. But we saw that happen on multiple restarts before, too. I mean, multiple restarts. That's been issues for it. The ticker. Let me go up to the ticker here. I think I have a setting changed off on the ticker. So let me go to the 10. That is not what I wanted to do. Do not want to go with team. So we'll be going through a little bit of different stuff here. We'll be resetting. I do want gap though, not this. Yeah, because let me see. So the 4 is definitely he's in the playoffs, so that's not what I need here. The 4 does go to the lead, however. So, yes, let me see. The 47, I know he was in for this. We're messing around here on that. Trying to get this color to show up. Should be showing up here, but it's evidently saying, nah, I don't want to do this for you. This is the time to mess around with it, though, is to get this correct. As that should label them as team right here now. And that will not. Yeah, that should be giving us the colors behind it, but it's not giving those colors when it should be doing that. I have to figure out why it's not giving colors for it, because that should be something that it's automatically doing. And I did put in the overrides for it, so kind of confused why it's doing that right now at the moment. The lights do go off on the pace car here. Not a lot of laps left. I believe there's about 20 now at this point. Yes, 22 laps left in the race here for these guys. So they're going to have a lot of fun here soon. A lot of fun. I mean, oh, it's going to be interesting here. It might not go too well. I don't know. If it does, well, then it's going to be a good thing. If it doesn't, well, then you're going to be mad. But pace car will pull in here. The 4 of Danny Solo will lead them to green. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here from Gateway. Somebody just sailed it off there. That was a valiant effort from Jason Boyer. He just went for it, and that car did not turn. They're going to be 3 wide down the backstretch here. The 38 hops up in line, and the 45 gets turned from the 43. The 77 gets involved. The 42 is involved also. That will bring out a caution here. The 12 squeaks by. Everybody else trying to slow down, pulling a Kyle Busch right now is a 45. I think he's doing that on purpose to steer like this. No, he's actually trying to get back going. There he goes. Just stops there. I believe he tows. Yes, he does tow to pit road. So, let's see what happened. I think I know what happened, though. 45 got there. I think the 43... Yeah, the 43 just hooked him and then down into the 77. 77 couldn't do anything about that, and he's pretty much an innocent bystander at that point. It's a, yeah, this kind of sucks type of deal, but I can't do anything. So that's not on him. Just innocent bystander moment there. I know how he feels. He's probably like, well, this kind of sucks right now, but man, it's not a fun feeling. It is not a fun feeling. But I will actually take the time to check this here. See why it's not giving me these other loadouts, but we'll still be here. I'm just gonna be checking this. It should be giving me these loadouts, but it's evidently not, because these guys that are in the playoffs should be getting a orange ticker or orange background behind their name. So I'm going to see why we are not getting that. As even with the one that I was sent, I'm still not getting that. So, huh. Now, you know, I'm not getting those in general, so. I believe I may have been sent, I wasn't sent something, maybe, possibly. I don't know. I probably was sent everything that I needed to and just don't realize it, but, you know, I've looked through that. I have everything, you know, matching up here with it. I may have found it here. It should have been giving me that, but it wasn't doing that. Let's see if that does something for y'all. It should be doing something, but it's not giving me those colors that it should be. But they're going to have, I believe, about 18 laps left, I think. Should be around there. Should be around there. I'd guess. I probably might be wrong. Probably am wrong, knowing how I am, too. But if I am, I am. So we'll load back the old one. That did not do anything for me. don't know why it's not giving me that either. Even on the one I was sent, I wasn't getting that. So that is questionable. But so just to recap, it's the 20, 24, 6, 48, 5, 54, 51, 22, 42, 4, 47, 17, 15, 43, 2, and 12 that are all in the playoffs right now. 4 people have withdrawn from it. So, lights are off on the pace car here. So, green flag next time by. It will be, just to check and make sure that I am not completely wrong on this, I believe 17 laps, so I was close. I was 2 laps off of when they would get the green flag. As they have red flagged the race at Gateway right now. Noah Gregson has crashed. He pounded that wall pretty good. As lights are back on, blew up, question mark? Probably. Let's see. No, they're waiting for somebody to catch them, I believe. That's why they did not go back green. Yeah, that's why they didn't go back green. I was going to say, I was like, why are these guys not going back green at the moment? Yeah, we should be getting those orange backgrounds, but we're not. I'll have to figure out why that's not wanting to show. Because that's not what we need, is that. Yeah, we need something completely different than this. It's not that. That's driver info that's showing. So I'll have to see why I'm not getting those on there. I should be getting those. But lights are still on the pace car too, so they're going to go at least around another time. I think it was because James had crashed too. They're trying to sort out something here. Yeah, there's something wrong with iRacing that's putting them in weird positions. See if they go green. Yep, they'll be going green this time by now, so I think it's 16 laps? 15. It'll be 14 when they grab the green, though. I'm still a little bit off, but I'm not too far off from that, luckily. Looking at Noah Gregson's crash. He must have blown a tire. Yep, it blew going into turn 1, and he went through the grass after he realized it. He apparently drilled that wall too. Caught it on fire. Kyle Busch is first, Kyle Larson second. But pace car pulls in here for the race that we are watching currently. Starter has a flag in his hand. As green flag is in the air, we are back underway here. I'll be fighting off a turn 1 and 2 here. Some of them fighting, some of them not. Others just deciding to play nice with each other. 20 is having to deal with the 4, though. The 4 has been a pain in people's sides the whole entire night, though. I mean, he has been difficult to deal with. And he's going to run that 20 up a little bit high, but the 20 is going to be able to roll that corner. Maybe not so well, and he actually gets into the wall there. He's going to try to chase the 4 down the track, get his quarter panel. We have somebody that just shot down to the bottom. That's the 43. I don't know how he saved that, but the 20 is going to have to take a swipe at the 4 to get him loose. He's going to do that there. Makes him wiggle. Uses the bumper. Moves Danny out of the way. Charles goes to the lead. Now the 24 is going to look inside of the 4. Dive it on in there. He will get that position too. That, I had to guess, if this 4 gets back to that 20, he might repay that favor to him. He knows him up out the groove. He gave him a little bit of a tap to get him out the way. It's not too kind to him. Not too kind. But the 20 likes what he's seeing right now. He wants these guys to go side by side with each other and have to deal with all this stuff that's happening. And he's running a fast lap. I mean, he just set the fastest lap. 34:26. You should see it when it comes back around here for him. So he's really pushing. It's 8 wins on the season too. So he's not a stranger to victory lane either. The lap times that he ran there currently. Danny has finally gotten by the 24 though. Uh-oh. I think we're going to see payback. Somebody is going to get a little bit of payback here if he can get to him. Problem is he's got to get to him. But he's got to, it's only half a second to him too. Maybe half a second to 6/10, which is a little bit over half a second. How hard is this 4 going to drive? Now, if the 20 does that, though, that's not going to help his case at all. And he knows it. He's running down the track because that 4 is coming for him. That 4 is hunting him down. This 20 has to drive for his life now. I mean, he has to go. There's no slowing down, my man. You got a mad driver behind you, and I think he knows it. See, he's going everywhere, trying to avoid the draft being picked up from the 4 picking the draft up off of him. But doing that, he's blowing the corners. He's getting in there way too deep. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch here. Does the 4 get the payback to him? I think he will if he gets this chance. He's just not close enough is the issue. Now he's close enough here. He's close enough here. He's going to try the outside here. Nope, 20 gets a run. Oh, if he uses the bumper, he doesn't get to him, though. It's going to make the 4 run it wide. The 20 is going to dive down to the inside. He's going to wiggle off of 2 there, but now the 24 is going to be back up under the 4. Going to mess with the 4 again. The 20 is trying to break up everything that he can. I mean, this 4 has got speed to get to him, though. He's just trying to get to him there. I just want to touch him, man. I just want to touch him. Oh, Lord. I think that line has started to become maybe a little bit worn out now because we're starting to see it kind of shine. Oh, gosh. When's he... It's going to be like Sheldon Creed yesterday. He paid John Hunter Nemechek back for bumping him. Oh, he got it to hook, too. He got the 4 got it to bite on the bottom. Going to be side by side with the 2020 throwing a block. I don't think he needs to do that. The 4 is going to give it back to him. Right here is where he's going to give it to him. No, he doesn't. He leans on the 20 a little bit, shows his displeasure. That's not really too dirty in my book there. Shows that he wasn't happy. I mean, he's got all right to be, you know, because the 4 or the 20 gave him a shot to move him up the track. And I think he might do it again here, too. He plows there a little bit. Gonna get the rotation. Not really. As they're gonna be hauling it off the corner. I know that 4 is running for his life. That 24 is now having to deal with the 38 though behind him. I don't think this 20 can afford to cool his tires anymore either. If he's going to go now. There oh, he almost got to him there. The 20's trying. He's got to try to get to that quarter pound like he did in the 24. I think he put the 38 in the wall on accident. Now does the 20 lean on the 4 if he can get to him? One thing these guys can change is the brake bias. They're probably putting it more towards the rear. If they have a chance to do it, they're doing that right now. What that does, you can get in deeper, but you're sacrificing that rear grip sometimes. You set it too far back, it's going to make you wiggle on entry. This 20 is going to be ever so close. I think he's stretching it out just a little bit. I mean, the lap times are almost identical. I mean, there's not much of a difference at all between these two. No, 32-20, now 30 or 35-20, 35-31 that time by, and I think the 20's cooked him off, and he can't get to him now. But he definitely used the bumper. He used that bumper to his advantage. The 20 did, but the 4 got him back. That's a pretty good job by the 4 too to not, drastically overcorrect. I know a lot of guys would freak out and they just yank the wheel. But white flag is in the air one more time around here at WorldWide Tech Raceway for the Gateway Arc 250. Danny got moved, came back, almost kind of moved the 20, you could say, to get the lead. Used him for a wall, got the turn off of him. Now the 20's having to deal with the 38. Maybe he gets a taste of his own medicine here. But Danny, he will go into turn 3 and 4 here. And coming out of 4, he will win here at Gateway. The 38 loose, trying to get the second, but he's not going to be able to get it. Danny wins, Charles second, Daniel third, Jalen fourth. Joshua comes home 5th after he just tried to get all that he could getting in there. Did all that was possible. But Danny still comes home with the win. Watch him burn it down. Like 2 teammates doing a burnout here, nose to nose. He's trying to get it to kick loose in the rear end. Yep, that's what he's trying to do. Here we go, trying to do Kyle Larson. It's burnout. You can't. You can't, man. Can't do what Kyle Larson did. Larson's Larson. Oh, he's blowing up his engine. That's why. He's blown up. That's why he's not going to be doing any more burnouts here soon. He definitely got the use of that Ford Mustang engine, that's for sure. I'll pull up the finishing order here now for you all, however. Bring in the top 3 drivers. Oh. So let's bring in Daniel Holmer here. '22 car. So let's look for Team Penske. There he is. He's already in here. So Daniel Holmer. I will need to look for him. Where is he at? There he is. Hey, Daniel, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? Daniel is muted, so I don't know if he means to be muted. But we'll bring the second place driver and Charles Robertson actually here first. Then, hey, Charles, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
And so you fall a little bit short there in the closing laps. You know, what do you think you needed there? Because you and the 4 were going at it.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it being full setup, you know, it was a mistake on, you know, whoever created the lobby, and you know, I feel like that kind of took away from how I normally drive the race. So I feel like, you know, drivers are making adjustments through the race. I mean, at one point, I feel like I had a good car, but you know, that last run, I feel like the 4 was a little bit better than me. I got him to him a little bit, you know, just hard racing, and he kind of showed me the fender back, which is fine. As long as he don't take me out, I'm happy. So, but other than that, it was a good run. You know, I just felt like I didn't have enough car there then.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's definitely fun to watch, because when you move that 4, I was like, you know, that's a move. You know, that's when they say move him out the way. You know, that was a move out the way. It wasn't wreck him. It was hit him in the right spot. And then when the 4 got back, I knew what was going to happen when he got back to you. But, I mean, that was definitely hard racing to see. But, you know, how did the race go for you overall, though?
I feel like it was all right. You know, I ran, you know, top 5, top 6 the whole race. So, you know, besides all the drama that was going on in the race, I feel like it was a good event, you know, other than, you know, the mistakes creating the lobby and stuff like that.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, my teammates, you know, Rhea, you know, all the sponsors. It was fun.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good second place finish tonight, man.
Thank you.
That was Charles Robertson.
Good one, Danny.
I dragged the wrong person. I put myself in the winner's circle. That was my fault there. You just heard one of the drivers talking. We'll bring in Daniel Homer. Hey, Daniel, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man? I think I got you. Oh, yeah, I got you now, man. So you come home third somehow at the end of the race. And what was those closing laps like for you there? Because that was a lot of beating and banging up in front of you that you were looking at.
Yeah, I just try to stay alive, to be honest.
I was gonna say,
stay safe, drive fast.
Yeah, it definitely looked insane. But, you know, how did your race go overall, though? Because it seemed like a lot of guys had an up and down night, it seemed.
Yeah, it was pretty stable. Just try to manage to save some tires and stuff, and fuel to go long. I saw people in front of me started to pit. So I started to save tires and some fuel just to make it possible yellow again. And it worked.
So what do you think you needed there towards the end of the race? Or is it pretty much just down to tires at that point?
Yeah, pretty much. Some people did overdrive the cars. So I just let them go and took them back. Very interesting.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Rhea for taking me into the team. So, yeah, pretty much that.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go. Good third place finish tonight, man.
Thank you.
This is the third place driver, Daniel Holmer. We will bring in the race winner, Danny. Hey, Danny, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I hear it.
Man, so you and that 20 were going at it in those closing laps. What was it like up there? Because the 20 moved you, then you got back to the 20 and used them to help you turn. What was going through your head on those closing ones, knowing that you had to get back to them?
Well, it was mostly just having a good fight. Like he said, he moved me a bit. Nothing bad about it. I mean, last few laps, so I got a bit tight there, and I'm not gonna step out of it, so I'm just gonna lean on his door a bit, and he touched me back a bit later. But it's all just good, clean racing. Really, super fun though.
So you had a little bit of drama early on. How hard was it to come back, from that damage that you got from that, or did you really get anything from that damage or anything from that hit?
Well, I was surprised because he absolutely floored me, and I only had like 40 seconds of optional. So if he wanted to take me out, he obviously did a really bad job at it. Should probably work on that. So it wasn't no big deal really.
Well, all right, man. Before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
I want to thank all of the guys in Stuart Horse here, Maddie and Ricardo for keeping me company, as well as all my other sponsors, Alken Tech, Neiman Racing, and Almitech, for always being with me.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go. Good win here tonight, though, man.
Thank you.
Was Danny the race winner? I'm looking at what they're saying in the chat here because it's going to be interesting. Don't know what that's for, but okay. So we will go over the finishing order here now. Danny comes home with the win, leans on the 20 after the 20 gave him a bump to get to the lead. So Charles comes home second, Daniel Holmer third, Jalen Battle fourth, Joshua Rosso fifth, Justin Barkley sixth, Isaac Wilson seventh, Christian Delgado eighth, James Boyles ninth, Jeff Wimmer 10th, Steven Sire 11th, Joey Maines 12th, 13th, Matty Moniak 14th, Michael Hagstrom, 15th, Eugene Thorne, 16th, Chris, don't want to butcher that last name, 17th, Casey Tomlinson, 18th, Michael Iskandar. I'm going to go down, move it to the bottom a little bit. 19th was Rhea Ferris, 20th, Tommy Stanley, 21st, Jason Bauer, 22nd, Richard Malagina. I don't want to butcher that. I'm horrible with last names. 23rd, Brian Chu, 24th, Marcus Hagman, 25th, Paul Wilson, 26th, Angel Hernandez, 27th, Kiko Garcia, 28th, George, 29th, Joseph Grijalva, 30th, Ricardo Machado, 31st, Eduardo, 32nd, William Breton, 13th, Shane Griffin, 33rd, Shane Griffin, 34th, Chase Harden, 35th, Rosa Lazillo, 36th, Colt Fury, and 37th was Jake Grout. I believe that was all the drivers in here today. No, one more. Tristan Rivers was I believe that was race control, so he does not count. But that was not a bad race. Definitely a good finish. They were using each other to turn, and they gave a good bump and run, so that was interesting to see. But I'm not going to stay here any longer, and I will roll this animation, and I will let you all go.